Welcome to the Dabbled In with your hosts, Tori Snyder, Dan Brown, and Danny Castro. Guys, we're super excited to bring you this episode today. This is our special The Boys episode. We're going to be talking everything about The Boys. It's dropping Friday, September 4th. By the time you see this, it's either about to come out or has already just came out. So we're all huge fans. Before we get into The Boys, though, Danny wanted to catch you guys up on some quick Figpin news.
Yeah, okay. So September 9th, mark it down in your calendars. Star Wars, their full first wave of Figpins is coming out, the Clone Wars. So you're going to have Anakin Skywalker. You're going to have Darth Maul. You're going to have, who else is there? Ahsoka. Again, I'm not the hugest fan. Obi-Wan. So you're gonna have them. They're gonna be out and about. They're all commons, from what I saw this particular wave. But just hop on them. You'll get a first edition. They're gonna be awesome. They're being great. Unlock them right away if you love your power, your Figpin power. But this is the first true official Star Wars wave.
And this is, I'm assuming, just the Clone Wars series they're doing.
Correct.
No.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No.
This is the Clone Wars series. Yes.
Cool.
So you get General Kenobi. He always looks so cool with that armor and the cape and everything. So
Yep.
Yeah.
No, and we were all fans. I mean, Figpins look so good. Your Star Wars Clone Wars line is going to look amazing.
This coming Wednesday. This coming Wednesday.
All right. So the reason we wanted to talk today is The Boys is dropping like now. So I'm assuming everybody who's watching this, you saw the name of this episode. Hopefully, if you haven't watched The Boys, pause this, go watch season 1, and then come back. But give you guys a little bit of background. I have not read any of the graphic novels or the books. I watched season 1 the day it dropped. I think we binged. I'm pretty sure we did all 8 episodes that day. And so huge fan. Probably the most show I've been looking forward to the most this year outside of The Mandalorian. So super pumped for this. So
which is coming out as well pretty soon. Season 2.
Yep.
So how about you, Dan?
Yeah, I was the oddball. I had not watched The Boys up until, as of this recording, 3 days ago. And I had to watch at least one episode so I could talk about The Boys. And then suddenly I had watched all 8 because the show is that good. And so I haven't read the comics yet either. I did see a nice little deal on some of the volumes of them, so I might pick some of that up to go read some of that. But I love the show; it's absolutely phenomenal.
All right, so The Boys. The Boys is a comic book. It was originally written by Garth Ennis, who is from The Preacher fame. So if you know The Preacher, I know he's done some work on Hellblazer, Judge Dredd. But we're here for The Boys, and The Boys is nuts. It's crazy. There will be somewhat spoilers. I can't contain it. I'm sorry. It is just going to happen. So if you haven't seen season 1, what are you even doing trying to watch season 2? Press pause, watch that, come back here, then you can go on to season 2 of The Boys. All you need to know is the first 5 minutes. Anybody I've told about this book, because I've gone crazy, mad raving about The Boys. Watch the first 5 minutes. You'll be sold right then and there. It's bloody. It's a bloody, messy time. It hits you right there. First 5 minutes, you'll be like, okay, I know what's going on. This is crazy, fun time. By the way, I hate A-Train because of that first episode.
First 5 minutes. I mean, and they don't try to get you to love A-Train at all either throughout the rest of the show.
Yeah, no, A-Train, if you don't know, he's a speedster, and that hurts because I love one of my favorite characters is the Flash. I love Speedster. I hate A-Train.
Yeah. No, again, not knowing what I was jumping into, that again, the first 5 minutes, you just kind of waited. and then you're just like, yeah, that really happened. It's not a little flashback memory or like, oh no, something that could happen. No, that really happens. And wow, okay, so this is we're just gonna go out and say that's what the show is, right? A big bloody mess.
Yeah, it is a huge
That's
bloody
an
mess.
understatement. Yeah, so I guess for those of you that haven't watched it and you're not going to watch it, thanks for staying on the episode. But pretty much The Boys is a very unique take on superheroes. It's like pretty much the Justice League, but if they were
part of a corporation.
Yeah, like pretty much they're pricks in today's society. Like it's what if Superman wasn't the perfect Clark Kent? Oh, when he puts the costume. What if he was just a narcissistic like butthole? Like,
yeah.
How do you contain him? And then how do you live in a world where superheroes just run rampant, kind of do whatever they want, but they have marketing agencies, so some people love them, some people know what's really going on, and it is a bloody mess. And I don't know if you've seen the season 2 trailer. To me, it looks like they've, or as the classic, they've turned it up to 11 on the blood and gore, for season 2.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think, it was one of the things that really got me was not just that, I absolutely hate Superman. I'm not a big DC guy anyway, but I do not like Superman. Just that perfect superhero. And we kind of get that with Homelander, but I like the depth of his character a lot more than what I feel like I get out of Superman. I feel like, he's very smug. He's very he's got his clean face on. He's always smiling. But he's also got some deep issues going on with his past and some of the character development. And he's not the only one who's got good character written into him. Everybody there has a good story and a good backline to him. So it's not just a cheesy superhero show.
Yeah, the actors are pretty great. I know Anthony Starr makes a great Homelander. I haven't really watched too much of his stuff, but I'm like, this was cast very well. Carl Urban as Billy Butcher. He's just a badass, non-powered guy who is trying to take down the superheroes. He has a good reason to, but you have non-powered people trying to go up against the most badass superheroes out there, and they have the world backing them up. They don't know what's going on behind the scenes, so they're very well much beloved by everybody except for the boys.
Yeah, and you've got, is it Maeve? You've got Wonder Woman. You've got Aquaman, which they constantly make fun of.
The Deep is awesome. He's misunderstood. He loves his
I feel so bad for the Deep by the time episode 8 rolls around. And he just goes up Britney Spears. But
I mean, except for the rape and stuff. But
don't get me wrong. You set him up. You set him up as just this terrible dude. First time you see him. And then, the whole time after that is just, okay, well, I hate the guy. And everything they do to him, you're like, no, dude, you definitely deserve this.
Yeah.
But every time he tries to save an animal, it's terrible.
Yeah, no, he's not a good guy. He's definitely not a good guy, especially what you've alluded to. There is a rape that does go ahead and take place in the comic books. If you want to go venture into the comic books, it's a lot more than you see on in the series, but it has some pretty heavy subject matter. I mean, drug usage is also in there. I know that's a big part of what's going on. So it is very adult subject matter. I mean, besides the blood and the gore, they do tackle some things, maybe not the best way, but I mean, it's in there for sure.
I like the little side stories, with obviously the non-soups, but then when the soups, you got A-Train, so there's more than one speedster in the world. But the only thing that matters is who's the fastest speedster. So it's not enough that you can go 1,000 miles an hour, because if somebody else can go 1,001, they're the quickest. You're not the fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's performance enhancing drugs. There's hiding injuries. It's it's so deep for it to be a superhero show. It's so complex with a lot of them. Poor Maeve, she you don't get to see too much, but yeah, she seems to lead a really hard life. And then the new character, I cannot remember her name. The new superhero,
Stormfront.
Oh no, I meant from Starlight from the first season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, season 2. Seen the trailers, read a bunch of it. I am really excited for season 2. Looks amazing. Introduces Stormfront, which is supposed to be kind of Homelander's nemesis, and then pretty much she's Thor. It is what she is. So if you've always wondered who would win Thor versus Superman, you're kind of getting it in The Boys. So it's Stormfront versus, and then in the comics she was a neo-Nazi, like created from Nazi experiments, right? Or he. I know in the books it was a he created in the 30s from Nazi experiments. So now it's what is her name? But she looks amazing. It's from You're the Worst, the TV show. But yeah, Stormfront looks amazing. It looks like she's gathering a superhero terrorist army. Is that the vibe you got?
That's just their own daggone fault.
Yeah, there's an uprising for sure. It seems like that's what's going to be going on. So I'm down to watch it. But
you guys, if you haven't seen the season 2 trailer, well, by the time you're watching this, hopefully you've watched the first episode of season 2. But I think there's 3 or 4 complete disintegrations, a couple implosions, a couple explosions of bodies, a couple. Yeah.
Really want to point out this show is not for kids.
Oh.
If you thought superheroes, okay, let me get my kid in this. Please, please, please do not do that. But it's going to be very bad.
My favorite scene from the trailer, and it was also at the San Diego Comic-Con at Home panel, is when the Butcher, the Deep tries to stop the Butcher by pulling a whale up in front of his boat. So the Butcher drives his boat through the middle of a whale, and then they show it.
Yeah. So I know we were talking a lot about the supers, but what do you guys think about the actual boys, our ragtag heroes that don't have much power except for Kamiko, who may or may not be a Wolverine X-23 type of character who's badass in her own right. But you have Billy Butcher, Huey, Mother's Milk. They're when we left and Frenchie. I love Frenchie. Frenchie's
the best.
But when we left The Boys season 1, Billy is in a precarious situation. Homelander has pretty much taken him hostage. Maybe I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to really pose it.
With that cliffhanger and knowing I didn't have another episode to go into for another few days. Which, yeah, again, it was a huge twist that I wasn't really expecting there at the end of that show, and to see them there, to see how old I just gotta come out and say it, the kid is, right, and to see what's going to end up coming next throughout this whole piece of this, because I knew Billy was going to be in the next season, knew he had to escape somehow, and seeing how that worked out, I mean, yeah, I'm shocked.
Yeah, because the way I see it is, I hated the Batman Superman movie, but what if Martha got killed, or what if Lois Lane got killed? What would Superman's psyche be if he was already like an a-hole? That's what we're getting with Homelander. Like the person that was grounding him is dead.
Yeah,
like he's gonna be unhinged.
Yeah, to go back, I love the non-soups. I love The Boys. It's a great group. And then they really portray yes, they're this badass group trying to take down soups and stuff like that. But I think it really comes across that they know if they ever get caught, if anybody figures out where they're at, any of the soups catch up with them, they're done. There's no
And we get that a little bit within season 1, right? They get all their families out. They're like, okay, we got to hide all that trash, and we got to okay, we get really serious there for a second, going.
So it's not like if you go into it thinking it's like, oh, this mercenary group trying to take down soups. It is, but the mercenary group absolutely understands they can never see us, never know where we're at, never catch us, or we're all dead. It's not like an even fight whatsoever. They realize even the weakest of soups could give them issues.
Yeah, we saw that early on in season 1 with Huey having to make the decision what to do with, I can't remember off the top of my head, the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Now he did not. His story arc did not end well. I'll say that.
I love the way it ended, though.
Yeah, it was cool. Translucent did not.
There you go.
And then reading up on season 2, I know we're getting introduced. Besides Stormfront, we get I forgot the name of the other character that used to be part of the 7, and then did something really bad, and then caused like the team to be shut down for a couple years. And so,
because I know Torchlight.
Oh yeah, the fire. That's who it is.
Yeah, is that who it is? Okay. Because I know that was the spot that Stormlight came into, or Starlight. Yeah, Starlight.
Yeah.
Right. So, which has his own little bit of set of history with the boys and what happened to what's her name, the CIA chick that pulled in Billy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're reshuffling the deck for this one because everybody is some good. Well, this is hard to even say. Some good guys are now bad guys. It's just going to be weird. I'm excited.
I'm excited to see where some of these character arcs are going to come into, right? Because you're right. That last episode was just a nice, good throw up in the air of what we all thought we knew about some of these characters. And so I'm excited.
So the assumption is it's one episode a week, right?
So I was on IMDb, and because they have dates on next to all the episodes. And episodes.
Oh yeah, what is Amazon doing this time?
Says September 4th is the release for 1, 2, and 3. Then it says the 11th for number 4.
Oh, they're 18th. Going weekly.
It looks like weekly after 3 episodes. I don't know.
Yeah,
seems interesting.
Well, I knew we got the Aisha Tyler after show, so I was assuming it was going to be spaced out some. So I guess that's half a half. That's a happy compromise. They give you 3 right up at the front to the get-go to binge, and then you got to keep on coming back for the rest of the weeks.
Yeah, I mean, maybe even basing their storyline based off of what they plan on doing. Just, hey, here's 3. Because, I mean, we're getting a lot more characters, too, it sounds like, with season 2. So maybe they're going to take those first 3 episodes to really build that story arc.
Yeah.
I'm just along for the ride. No.
I wanted to point out, before we started taping, Dan was like, oh, man, I can't believe it's not going to be all at once. But yeah, when we had streaming, I was the only one that said, I want all of my stuff instantaneously. You guys were like, no, once a week is fine. I'm happy with that.
You get that mix. Yeah. No, I said I like the mix. Give us some and then some
today. I have to wait 2 more days.
No. I want them all at once.
I think I'm going to be okay. I can live my life this weekend a little bit. I'll watch all 3 and then still be able to do some chores around the house if I have to.
It's smart on their part. The mix, throw 3 out. Everybody loves it. You get after shows, so that's more people watching more content on your network. Yeah, I think it's a smart idea.
I think we're getting another 8 episodes. So, and to me, going through it when I did it over a course of 3 days, it didn't feel like 8 episodes. It definitely felt much longer going through it. So hopefully we'll do the same thing next 8.
So I know going into it, I know we all know a little bit more or less about what's going on, but who's going to walk out alive? Any predictions? Who's going to not come out of this okay? Someone has to not.
So
my predictions of who will. I think A-Train will be there.
Damn it.
And I think the Deep will be there, but maybe not in the same role.
Well, Frenchie or is it Mother's Milk?
Yeah, Mother's Milk.
One of them are dying. You're not going to keep them both for like a second season. One of them's going to die. Yeah. Then of the 7, You think at least 2 are going to get killed?
I hope so.
It's not really the 7 anymore.
Oh, it will be. They have to redo it. Their corporate lives depend on it being 7.
I think that's where you're getting Stormfront and then the fire guy back is to fill back in and have the 7.
So, I mean, the corporate life, though, I mean, we kind of just saw the VP go away.
So, they have to replace her.
And we got Gus from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, how does he fit in?
I'm guessing he's the new corporate head.
Got it.
Guess we're going to find out, because, I mean, who's going to say no to Homelander?
Yeah.
He seems to be a little upset right now.
Yeah, see, so back to the death part. I hope Frenchie isn't gonna die, but I feel like he will be. And
the more sense out of the story for that.
And then it's gonna make Kamiko that much more badass, more angry. It's like, you killed my Frenchie, my only confidant. I don't know. There has to be something more with that story. Like one of them has to die. Unfortunately, I don't know if they will, but. And then I want to see more Black Noir. We didn't get to see enough of his story. Like he's still a mystery to me.
I was going to say, so out of the 7, I think, and I always call him Snake Eyes. I think Snake Eyes is going to die. And Snake Eyes he's going to die. And then I think it's Wonder Woman is Maeve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think she's going to die.
Yeah,
I think you're going to lose. She'd be a hard one to take down, though. I bet maybe Homelander does it.
That would be interesting, right? Because we've seen, the tension just between those two, right?
I feel like she's holding a lot back. I think she's much, much stronger than we think she is.
Yeah, I think that would be a good fight to see. Maybe within the final 2 episodes, that we'll really see a good bout go off between them. But unless they've got like this massive new hero coming up, I don't see them replacing Homelander though.
Yeah, no, it's Stormfront, man. Stormfront. Yeah. She's moving. She's making some things happen.
But I can't tell if so it's weird. So all the superheroes are in theory the bad guys, except for Starlight. But it's mostly personality, and then they're definitely. It's almost like Vic Mackey from The Shield. He definitely does a lot of really bad stuff, but he's still kind of a cop. They'll have an episode that he actually busts bad guys.
Yeah, no, they're misunderstood.
Yeah, so I kind of get that, but it looks like to me, Stormfront, I think she might legitimately be bad.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's again more layers to peel back on the show. Just sitting back thinking, you're talking about not saving people. Like, we saved somebody, and then we're back to whatever else it was that we're doing. May's story of like her broken arm and her actually saving people before, and why she doesn't do it as much anymore, right? Again, threw in some of that. Oh wow, okay, maybe it isn't just corporate BS that they're throwing around. Maybe there is some truth to this. I like it.
Yeah, I already don't like Stormfront just because of the actress who plays her on You're the Worst. She is the worst. Like, she does that guy so wrong in that show.
But she's got a cool shaved side of her head, and then like she's Thor. If you watch the trailer, she's Thor.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
But no, I'm super excited. Like, by the time you guys watch this, hopefully I'll have caught up with all 3 episodes, and then I'm super pumped for it. I had like I said, beside The Mandalorian, this is probably the show I've been looking forward to the most.
The only other thing that I was going to bring up, the boys, I can't remember. Somebody went ahead and shared it with us. Humble Bundle has The Boys pack right now. So if you guys are getting excited and pumped up for The Boys and you want more, check out the Humble Bundle. They have The Boys, and what else was it? I don't even remember. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're really going in there for The Boys, and I want to say it was the first 6. What do they even call those things now?
Compendiums?
Yeah, that's a word I can't say. We'll go with that. No, first
I tried it
like
a couple
volumes,
episodes
right?
ago.
Like the first 6 volumes, right? So actually, it's more than that. The Boys Volume 12, the Boys Volume 11. So yeah, you're getting a lot. Plus, you're getting Project Superpowers. Plus, you're getting some other superhero type comic books that kind of fit the same genre. If you guys don't know what Humble Bundle is, it's a great organization that typically does bundles of stuff for cheap prices. So for $1, you unlock so much stuff. For $8, you unlock so much more stuff. For $15, you unlock everything. And what's great about it is a lot of that goes to some kind of charity. So definitely check it out. Humble Bundle, not a sponsor, but hey,
they are not. Yeah, but you get the 12 bundles, the 12 volumes, which every volume has like 5, I believe, comics in there. And then you even get the Dear Becky series too, 1 and 2. The Boys. Humble Bundle. Check it out. And why wouldn't you? Just do
it. Well, I think we'll go ahead and transition from The Boys to our
Gems of the Week.
I'll go ahead and get us started. So try to think of something kind of in the vein of The Boys, but I couldn't. So I just thought of something that's kind of like violent and gory, but funny. And so I'm going Dale and Tucker versus Evil. So almost everybody I know has it in their Netflix queue, but has never actually watched it. And then that was me for probably a year. And then there was one day I actually watched it, and it was mostly because of I'm drawing a blank, Firefly.
You talking about the director or?
No, the main actor. Oh my goodness.
Because he's on mine too. Nathan Fillion.
No, it's the pilot.
Oh,
sorry for all of you guys yelling at me. But anyway, Dale and Tucker are Country Boy. So it's pretty much Cabin in the Woods, but from the other side, or like the typical Wrong Turn movie, but from the other side. So it's 2 rednecks that have been saving up their money, and they buy a cabin out in the woods. And then while they're driving up there to buy beer, these college kids drive through. And it's from their perspective. The college kids are being mean to them, but from the college kids' perspective, there's these crazy rednecks that have like giant chainsaws and everything in their truck. And then when they're out in their cabin in the woods, they stumble upon the teenagers, and then the teenagers think that Dale and Tucker are trying to kill them, when Dale and Tucker are like the nicest guys in the world. And hilarious goriness ensues. It's super funny, pretty gory, and a really great take on the horror genre from the other side of it. So I highly recommend Dale and Tucker versus Evil.
Fine, I'll pull it off the queue.
It's super funny. You'll really like it. What do you have for us, Dan?
So again, kind of trying to stick with some gory, horror-ish kind of thing, but also in the funny realm. I've got Slither, an older movie. James Gunn, Nathan Fillion, Elizabeth Brooks, or Elizabeth Banks. I'm sorry. Phenomenal movie that I saw growing up, and it's about this small town that's just out in the middle of nowhere, and all these little like slug aliens start invading and taking people over and turning them into this like zombie-like kind of creatures and other kinds of like crazy-looking things. And it's just about the town trying to survive that. It's funny, it's gory, it's everything I love in a movie, and it's got an amazing cast and set of writers behind it. So, Slither.
All right.
Oh wait, is it Danny's turn? I think Danny's.
No. I think Tori wanted to say something before.
Oh, I was just. Slither is who directed Slither? It's somebody.
James Gunn.
Yeah, James Gunn's like first. Yeah, I was just remembering that. That's it.
So no lie, I kind of knew what you were gonna say, but I didn't really put 2 and 2 together until just right now listening to you. So I'm just gonna do what I do anyways. I'm gonna sneak 2 in. So I was gonna sneak this one in right after my original pick, but I'm gonna sneak it in right now. So James Gunn also produced this amazing movie, Brightburn. It came out last year, Brightburn. It is essentially what we were talking about. If Superman was bad, what would happen? It's about a young boy. Is an alien. I'm going to ruin that one for you. He doesn't get the nurturing and love that he deserves in terms of his superpower nurturing, because he was loved in this movie. And he turns bad. He just goes bad, ballistic. You don't see that for the first part of the movie, but when he realizes he's got powers, it is on. People are not forgiven, whether it's a family member or not. Brightburn, it is kind of creepy too. Brightburn, watch it. James Gunn produced, came out last year, went under the radar. Superhero movie gone bad, little kid gone bad. I want a sequel to this, and the way they left it, there should be a sequel for it. I love it. More people need to watch it. Get those hits up so people are like, oh wait, all of a sudden people are watching Brightburn. Watch it. I want a sequel. Do it for me. Nobody else.
He's also in that, so
yeah, from The Boys.
Yeah,
right.
No, I haven't seen it. I wanted to see it, but I haven't caught it yet.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking about somebody else, but yeah, Elizabeth Banks is in there too. Hunger Games, right?
Hunger Games. There you go.
Yeah. All right. My original pick is another Kick-Ass movie. Yeah, it's Kick-Ass. So if you did not see Kick-Ass, or you stopped watching Kick-Ass and didn't watch the second one, I don't blame you. It wasn't that great. But if you do not know about Kick-Ass, we have Aaron Taylor Johnson, who was Quicksilver in one of the Avengers movies. You got Mick McLovin from Superbad in this movie. You have Chloe Grace Moretz. You have Nicolas Cage. They are all amazing in this movie. It is about a regular guy wanting to be a superhero. And I know you've said, hey, Danny, didn't you just say that a couple of weeks ago with Super? Hey, I love superhero movies. I love regular people being empowered and kicking ass. And that's what Kick-Ass does. He is making his own homemade costume. And then he saves the day. He does save the day. But you have Hit Girl. If you are a Kick-Ass fan, Hit Girl's awesome. That's who Chloe becomes. Nicolas Cage has an amazing scene there. The first moment you see him in that movie, he's shooting a kid in the chest.
It's pretty good. Big Daddy was awesome.
Yeah, there you go. So I would say watch both of these movies. Brightburn, if you haven't watched it, or if you have, watch it again. Kick-Ass 1. If you love Kick-Ass 1, watch Kick-Ass 2. Not as great. I'm a little hurt that they didn't continue, because Kick-Ass 3 would have been the source material. Oh, they're all comics, by the way. Would have been great source material. And Hit Girl is an amazing comic. So much violence, so much gore. They never made the movie. Chloe, I think, might be too old to be Hit Girl, but I'm still hoping that they'll do a Hit Girl one day. No more. Nothing else.
Yours were very good tie-ins. Very, very well done.
I try.
All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for joining us in the den. Go out, watch Boys Season 2, drops September 4th on Amazon Prime. And then make sure and check us out on social media. What you got, Danny?
No, I'm just saying, you only get 3 episodes this weekend, so you got 4 movies to keep that momentum of awesomeness going. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, make sure to check us out on social media. Like, subscribe, share, follow. I appreciate you guys joining us in the den, and we'll see you again next time.